But you said you had some questions, and so I am here to try to answer those questions for you.
That California is doing an investigation or an inquiry for the finances of the PayPal account. And, it's kind of weird. Paul Pappas made some claims that I stole from him personally, and then he caught me stealing from the assembly, and then it's like I have proof of upwards of $15,000, some accusations, and it's just ugly. My personal opinion, or the facts, I should say, it's convoluted. But my question is, what is the end result of and time frame in which you need to do whatever you're doing? I really don't know. I'm kind of in the dark of what is going on.
Okay, well, let me try to answer to the best of my ability. As the sheriff that is in neutral territory, that was called to take an incident report, which I did,
Okay.
and it had to do with the finances, as you just stated. Okay, didn't have anything to do with Paul Pappas, and I know what happened, but it has nothing to do with the Paul Pappas thing. It was just that he brought the incident to bear, so to speak.
Who's to bet? I don't even know who he filed the report, but who did he file it with?
He filed it with me. I'm the sheriff.
Oh, okay, good, okay. So that's fine.
Yes.
Perfect.
So he filed it with me. He wrote out a statement, and so therefore, I'm attempting to do the investigation, if you will. I don't even know what, you're in this thing where you don't know whether to use the right de facto words or not.
Exactly.
But anyway, you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's what I'm attempting to do. So in that process, if what he's claiming is, and you're saying 15,000, I don't know if it's 15,000 or if it's $5. I don't know.
I don't know. There were just accusations made from Paul in an email, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, well, I haven't seen, I'm innocent until proven guilty, and I haven't
Correct.
seen anything.
You're absolutely, and that's why I haven't called you, because you're innocent until proven guilty. And so I'm going to do the investigation.
Awesome.
I've got a statement that you may have heard me if you're on the assembly calls, that I made out there to the public to say, hey, listen, if you've made any donations, cash, check, money order, PayPal, whatever it is, let us know so that we can tie those donations to deposits that have been made. Now, if it's $5, I don't know how serious that a thing is. But if it turns out to be 15,000, well, then we got something going on here. Now, I don't expect that to be found. And as far as I'm concerned, who wants to go to a grand jury? Who wants to go to a court and put all this out there, all this evidence that I find through discovery? And that's what my process is right now, is just discovery. Now, once it goes to the grand jury, if that be the case, and they decide, hey, we've got enough evidence here to go forward with this thing. At that point, I come to you and I say, this is the evidence that's against you. This is what the grand jury is saying to do. Okay? Do I want it to go that far? Let me just say it emphatically, hell no. Okay? I don't want it to. So I'm hoping that through discovery, this thing says, well, it's nothing. It's a can of, how do they say it? It's a nothing burger, if you will. Okay? And if that's the case, then there's no sense for you to be alarmed. But I know you're alarmed because you're hearing all this stuff that's going on, and I know that there's things going on. I was copied on an email yesterday that I think maybe you sent to me that had all of this history and your responses to things that are being made and Anna responding to you and all this sort of thing. And I'm going, oh, that's new to me.
Well, yes, and I did. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for stepping up, as constructing unlawful government. And I know you're doing right. And all I want is truth. You know what I mean?
So do I,
Bring
yes.
it out. I will face my accusers. Just bring the evidence forward. And the reason why I sent you that is I've been actually, I've been in conversation with Anna for a while through this, and she was only aware that I stepped down from my position. And I said, no, Anna, that's not true. Terry Psalm told me to step down for personal reasons. Okay, she's the master coordinator with delegated powers, which I don't know what is, but I only could assume that Paul, before he gave you a report, Paul filed a report with somebody. I thought it was in the peacekeeping task force. And the Federation was looking into it with an ad hoc deal, but where no one contacted me of anything. I have not gotten any proof, no allegations in writing of nothing. So it's like this whole thing is convoluted in different jurisdictions.
Well, yeah, exactly. Now, my question would be, why did this go to the Federation? If this is a California issue, should have stayed in California. Should never have gone to the Federation.
Well, that's just it. So why is Terry even calling me 2 days later after Paul made these accusations and telling me to step down for personal reasons? And I said, Terry, give me whatever it is. She's the super coordinator. She can do what she wants. I made a big mistake. I said, you need to give it to me in writing. I fucked up. I said, I should have said no. Give it to me in writing. And I did. I'm up. Whatever.
Well, I think that at this stage, instead of making these, I think you should write out your evidence, if you will, how it went down. Let that go on record as we go forward with this whole thing, and try to bring in what happened, because there's two things going on here. One is that you were asked to step down from an appointed position. Boom. Okay? Whatever that reason was. Okay? I don't know what that reason was that they asked you to step down for whatever. Okay? I'm trying to investigate the funds that came into the assemblies and settle that here. What they did has no bearing on what I'm trying to do.
That's correct. And what we're trying to do is first things first. I mean, there was an accusation or a claim that needs to be straightened out first. Hold on 1 second. Yeah.
Okay.
1 second, I gotta sign something here. Put it on the detection. Okay. Another one? Hold on 1 second.
No, you can just. Oh, I was gonna see if you want to read up on.
Are you gonna have this around? Yeah, I'd like to.
A bunch of the guys. Drew's doing on face protection.
May I call you back in 5 minutes, Paul? I gotta read my thing.
Sure.
Just 5 minutes.
I'll be waiting for you.